There's a pattern in history that has destroyed 3 global superpowers in the last 500 years, and right now, in 2025, the United States is following that exact same pattern. Stage by stage, decision by decision, almost as if we're reading from the same script that led to catastrophe every single time. Before, in 1590, Spain was the richest empire on Earth. They controlled half the world's gold and silver. Their military dominated Europe. Their currency was accepted everywhere, yet within 80 years, they were bankrupt, a second-rate power that never recovered. In 1914, Britain ruled the largest empire in human history. The sun never set on British territory. The pound sterling was the global reserve currency, but within 40 years, the empire was gone. The currency collapsed, and they became America's junior partner. In 1991, the Soviet Union was the other superpower. Nuclear weapons, global influence, satellites spanning the globe. It ceased to exist in just 900 days, not from war, but from economic implosion. 3 superpowers, 3 total collapses, all following the same sequence. And here's what should terrify you. The United States has already completed 5 of the 7 stages. We're not approaching the pattern, we're deep inside it. This is the story of how empires die, why they always think they're different, and why the math says we're next. And it's happening faster than anyone wants to admit. Imperial collapse doesn't begin with invasion or military defeat. It starts with exhaustion, economic exhaustion. An empire that extends beyond its ability to maintain itself, with military bases in over 150 countries, wars on multiple fronts, promises it can't keep, debts it can't repay. At first, the decline is invisible. The currency still works. The military still wins battles. The government still makes promises. But beneath the surface, the foundation is cracking. Resources are misallocated, productive capacity shrinks, the best and brightest leave. Then comes acceleration. Allies start hedging, enemies test boundaries, trade partners seek alternatives. The reserve currency status begins to erode, and suddenly the very advantages that once made you powerful become your greatest vulnerabilities. Your currency, once demanded by everyone, comes flooding back home. Your military, spread across the globe, becomes unsustainable. Your promises, once backed by strength, become empty words. That's not theory, that's history. It happened to Spain, to Britain, to the Soviet Union. They all believed their power was permanent. They all overextended militarily. They all debased their currency. And they all refused to accept reality until collapse was already underway. The pattern began with Spain. After Columbus discovered the Americas, Spain became the first global empire. They conquered the Aztec and Inca empires, seized control of the richest gold and silver mines ever found, and by 1600 their ships carried hundreds of tons of silver each year. Spain controlled Europe's money supply. The Spanish real was the global reserve currency, and that's where the pattern began, with a nation that believed control of money made them invincible. King Philip II had more wealth than any monarch in history, and he spent it on empire. Stage 1 was military overextension wars everywhere on 4 continents against the Ottomans, the French, the English, the rebels in the Netherlands. Half of Spain's revenue went to war, and it still wasn't enough. Stage 2, currency debasement. When they couldn't pay, they mixed copper into their silver coins. The money looked the same, but its value collapsed. Inflation exploded. Stage 3, the debt spiral. They borrowed endlessly, defaulted 4 times in 40 years, promised reform, then borrowed again. Stage 4, loss of production, because when you have unlimited gold, you stop working. Spain imported everything: food, ships, clothing. The gold and silver they mined flowed straight out to other nations. By 1600, Spain produced almost nothing of its own. Stage 5, social decay, crime, poverty, emigration. The best minds fled. By 1700, the empire was a shell. Once the richest power on earth, now a museum of its past. Then came Britain, the empire on which the sun never set. The pound sterling ruled world trade, every central bank held. British bonds. London was the financial capital of the world. And just like Spain, they believed it would last forever. But the pattern repeated. Stage 1. Military overreach. By 1900, Britain had troops everywhere. When World War I began, they fought to win, but the cost was fatal: $40 billion in debt. The creditor became the debtor. Stage 2. Currency debasement. The war had drained their gold. They tried to return to the gold standard, but the pound was overvalued. Exports collapsed, unemployment rose, and in 1931 Britain abandoned gold altogether. The pound lost a quarter of its value overnight. Stage 3. Debt spiral. World War II added another $120 billion in debt, mostly to America. By 1945, they owed more than their entire GDP. Stage 4. Loss of empire. In 1947, India, the jewel of the crown, was gone, followed by Africa, Asia, the Caribbean. Within a generation, the empire existed only in books. Stage 5. Currency collapse. The pound fell decade after decade. By the 1980s, it was worth half what it had been in 1950. Britain clung to prestige nuclear weapons, a seat on the UN. Security Council, a special relationship with America, but everyone knew the truth. The empire was gone. Forever. And then the Soviet Union, the empire of ideology. For 45 years, it matched America tank for tank, missile for missile. But beneath the surface, the economy was collapsing. Stage 1. Military overextension, 20% of GDP on the Army. Stage 2. Stagnation, factories failing. Farms starving. Technology decades behind. Stage 3. Currency collapse. The ruble was worthless, gold. Reserves vanishing, oil prices falling. Stage 4. Loss of empire, Eastern Europe broke away. One nation after another. Stage 5. Total collapse in 1991, the USSR ceased to exist. No war, no invasion, just economic failure. Another empire erased by the same pattern. And now, the United States. Stage 1. Military overextension, 750 bases. In 80 countries, commitments we can't sustain. Stage 2. Currency debasement. Since 1971, the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. Stage 3. The debt spiral, $36 trillion owed. Interest payments approaching $1 trillion a year. Stage 4. Loss of productive capacity, factories gone. Supply chains abroad, dependence on foreign goods. Stage 5. Social decay, division, distrust, crime, collapse of faith in institutions. And we are already here. The Soviet Union didn't survive Stage 5. Neither did Britain. Neither did Spain. Stage 6 will be the loss of the reserve currency. It begins when allies start trading elsewhere, when the dollar returns home, when confidence dies. We are seeing the first signs already: gold buying. BRICS. Alternatives, oil in UN. Stage 7 is collapse sudden, not gradual. A currency crisis becomes a debt crisis, becomes a political crisis. Overnight, the superpower becomes a memory. 3 empires believed they were different. Spain had gold. Britain had colonies. The Soviets had ideology. America has technology. But the pattern doesn't care. It's not political, it's mathematical. You cannot print forever. You cannot spend beyond your means. You cannot wage endless wars without consequence. The sequence is locked in. The only question left is time. 10 years, 5, maybe less. But the pattern says collapse is coming. And when it comes, it won't be slow. It'll be sudden, brutal, undeniable. Every empire says the same words before it falls. It can't happen here, but it can, and it will. Because history doesn't repeat, it rhymes. And right now, we're living in the rhyme. If this opened your eyes to where we truly are in the sequence, subscribe, because when we reach the next stage, you'll want to understand what happened and why. The answers aren't hidden in the future, they're written in the past. And history is ready to teach the lesson again.